Okay, ladder game number 3. We've got Necropolis. Let's look at our new stuff here. Looks like Avoid and Gather. Gather is going to be our new card here. We do have cards costing 4 and 5. We don't have any cards costing 3. Crucible is a Trasher. We kind of want to open that. Artist is also new. +1 action, +1 card per thing you have exactly one of in play. So that's going to be useful. I could open with Crucible and I could open with Crucible Avoid potentially. That seems somewhat reasonable. I could also just open with Crucible Silver. It looks like we're building up to some gather stuff, maybe. Wealthy Village seems nice. There are 3 different treasures in play, although Crucible requires a attack, or requires, yeah, I just have to have 3 different treasures in play. I think Crucible's reasonable. It's probably better with Overgrown Estate. There's some thought to just open with a silver. I want to get Hunters into the deck, really. Hunter's a good draw card. Bandit Camp is probably the payload. Wealthy Village, when I gain this. Yeah, I mean, it's tough to get that into play, so I think I'm going to go ahead and get a silver as well. Gain a loot, yeah. Okay, so here we can Crucible, trash the Overgrown Estate, which gets us to 5, which is great. Villa is nice too, and you gain a +1 action. So like Falconer lets you gain villas very quickly, but I think I just want to get Hunters into my deck as quickly as possible, and then move on from there for the draw. In terms of this kingdom, I can show some of this stuff. There's a lot of loot cards, and if you can get them to play, that would be useful. So just drew a natural 5. That's pretty cool. I think I just go ahead and get another Hunter. And I'm going to hit 5 again. Probably this time I can consider getting myself the Falconer or the Bandit Camp. Playing against Mashenka here. So that'll trash that. That's 5. Wealthy Village lets me gain loot, and I do have 3 different treasures. I can also potentially get like a gold along the way. The spoils that you get don't stay in play, so that doesn't really work. But I think Falconer is going to be the best card just to let me gain villas. It's a somewhat sad draw. Am I willing to avoid? Probably not. Probably just buy a silver here, or could buy my own ninja, I guess. Ninja seems like a good card. It's an attack. Did my opponent buy a Falconer? I bought the Falconer, so my opponent does not have a Falconer. All right, let's go ahead and buy a ninja. And we found our Hunters. They were hiding at the bottom of the deck, but we've got them now. I've got a 2-to-1 lead. Hunters to. I bought a province. Okay. We're gonna take the treasure. We're gonna take that. I'm going to play the Necropolis. It seems fine. And then I can play the ninja here. And then I can gain a card in my hand costing less than this, which probably wants to be a villa. I wonder if Crucible Villa is a combination that I should consider. It seems at least reasonably possible. I can also just gain a silver myself, play copper, silver, silver, and get a Wealthy Village. But I think I really want to gain more Hunters. So go ahead and gain a villa to my hand. Yeah, this doesn't work actually if I want to gain more Hunters, which is unfortunate. That's fine. I will gain myself another Hunter. Really, our goal is to draw our deck and then do cool stuff. This is a very sad draw for myself. I guess I'm playing this ninja and then trashing a copper. I can consider buying an artist at some point. I do have Falconer Villa ninja stuff, so I guess I will play the ninja. Oh, interesting. I drew my own Falconer, which is fine. Is artist got more? Artist only has 1 type. Ninja has 2 types. Villa has 1 type. So none of these things have 2 types except for ninja. When any player gains a card with 2 or more types. What I can do here is buy a villa to get back to my action phase. And then I can go ahead and trash that villa for 4 money. Um, that seems awkward but reasonable. So I'm actually going to buy one more villa. I can play a villa, trash the villa for money, and get myself another hunter now. And I have 3 hunters in the deck. Somewhat unfortunate they all bottom decked there. This turn I'm going to look to buy a wealthy village. I'm doing a little bit of machinery here to activate stuff. Um, and I'm almost certainly going to be able to trigger a shuffle here, play my ninja, have a big turn, and then go ahead and get a wealthy village. They trashed their doubloons. Wow. I guess they got their gold. And we take the hunter, obviously, always. We take the hunter, always. We take the crucible, always. Somewhat unfortunate series of draws here. I'm going to go ahead and trash this necropolis for the coin. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and gather for silver. Crucible. Yeah, probably better to keep the keep this. I think I am just going to go ahead and get another hunter. Is there a world where I get a poorhouse? I don't think so. I'm starting to think that artist is going to be good because I have 1 ninja, 1 villa, 1 necropolis. I can play like treasure, and then regain stuff with villa. So that's potentially useful. But I think I'm struggling here to get payload, which was not what I expected would be the thing that was challenging me in this kingdom. And yeah, I suppose one more hunter is going to be the order. And we did draw our hunter, which is great. So hopefully we can draw through the deck, get some hunters, get a bunch of treasures into hand. I don't think I need the necropolis for anything, so I'll just keep the copper. But my opponent's just playing very simple money and seems to be crushing me. So that was an unfortunate draw. This has just gone very poorly, this game. I guess I get myself my own gold now. I feel like my draws. Oh, could I have played a ninja that whole turn and I just didn't? Or no, it was not. It shuffled. I had played the ninja. Oh, maybe I screwed that up. Okay, well, we'll play the villa, play the ninja. We need to add more ninjas to the deck, given the terminal space is somewhat plentiful. And I will have 3 things in play, potentially. I can also gain a villa or a ninja into play. But I can play Necropolis here, and then gain a silver, and then play my 3 treasures by a wealthy village. And that gets me to 8. I guess I'm going to go ahead and gather for wealthy village, ninja, silver. And that'll get me a doubloons, which is nice. Gain a loot. Wasn't that the loot my opponent got? Does the loot deck shuffle? Okay, this is an excellent starting draw, though. All my hunters. I can go ahead and play some ninjas along the way. And my opponent did not get province last turn. We'll go ahead and get the 3 cost. Go ahead and get the gold. This is a lot of money. I can go ahead and gain a crucible to trash a copper by a province. I've got 8, 10, 13 in that case, so I can get province hunter. I can get a province and another hunter. And I started off with a good draw, which is excellent. Falconer can gain me ninjas, and Wealthy Village got me the loot. Ooh, they gained a ninja, which means I can go ahead and gain a ninja myself, I suppose. We'll go ahead and play the ones in our hand first. Take a silver. That was somewhat of an unfortunate, doubly unfortunate draws. Can we go ahead and play the ninja and then see what happens? Okay, so we have 12. And I think we just go ahead and buy a province and a void. Next time you shuffle this turn, I'm not going to shuffle this turn. What does gather let me do? It gets me a 4/5 and a 3 and then a hunter. So I think I just need to province ninja here and have a decent starting hand. I can always Crucible trash a Crucible if I need to, or a Villa for 4 money, as I've done. But I have to get rid of those. I had some somewhat unfortunate hunter draws that turn. I drew all my coppers, sadly. But I'm going to be able to trigger a shuffle here. Yeah, my opponent got a prize goat, and I got a doubloon. So we just always take hunters when we see them. Here I'm going to take Crucible, I suppose. But this is going pretty well. I'm going to redraw these provinces here, and hopefully province duchy on this turn. There is a world where, with the plus buy on Villa, I can mill a province and then buy province, triple province estate. That seems unreasonable. And I don't really think my opponent's in the position of tripling. So we just keep drawing through. Okay, here we're going to go ahead and gain a Villa to hand, because we can play the Villa and then play a ninja, and then go ahead and play another ninja. So we actually are now in the realm where Crucible trashing lets us buy double province, but I think we're short on buys. So if we gather, we gain a Villa. We can do some Villa pile out stuff, potentially hunters. I think I'm going to go ahead and play this other ninja and see what happens. I want to get to... I basically just want to get to 13. So I'm going to go ahead and trash 2 coppers. Get them out of the deck. And I can play a void, I think. Avoid province duchy. And I can do the avoid, and I can pick 3 things to stay out of the deck. I'm not sure what those should be, actually. I guess 2 coppers and a duchy. 2 coppers and a Crucible. 2 coppers and a silver, maybe? Because the green cards are not that bad for me to see with the stuff that I have. So I'm going to start with some ninjas. And I don't really know if there's an order difference between the ninjas and the hunters, but I should be able to get to double province here very easily if I see the two Crucibles. I can even mill a province. Let me take the hunters, play ninja, hunter, 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 hunter. So I said hunter's a very good card. Ooh, I meant to do something differently there, but that's fine. And this is going to be a bajillion money. Actions, I can go ahead and just trash treasures for a bunch of money and buy out the last couple of provinces. Yeah, so that one went a little bit better than the first 2. We had some good stuff there with some of the new cards. I think Ninja had a really good effect. Ninja Villa is a really interesting combo that we need to consider. Wealthy Village was nice as well. And I think I mostly got the sense of that kingdom better than the first 2, but maybe that was also a little bit simpler kingdom. So I got myself a win in the 3rd try, and that'll be all for this session, but I'll be recording more games in the future.